enemy is really kissable. The whole world's really kissing even when we think it's not. All enemies are really the roots of every kindness. It's just what moment we're getting used to. Where will you sing? How will you make love ring? If this is the last moment, how do you want to go out? This is the moment that you want to be remembering. What kind of love do you want to hand over to this moment? Even if Trump is running your mind down, everybody at some point of every day is that little 2-year-old sociopath that could use encouragement so their hearts armor can suddenly just melt so wide open that they'll make room for everyone that they've been scared of so far today. They'll make room for everyone of every color and every species. Whoever's been freaking them out, turns out they're who we're thinking we should be loving all along. Turns out everything we're scared of is who we're born to be loving all along. Everyone is who we are meant to be loving all along. You still get to be you as you make room for the world to sing inside every breath. This Saturday is the women's march around the world. Often there are marches around there because this time of the year it's 73rd anniversary of Roe v. Wade, and then in 92 there's Planned Parenthood versus Casey. And if you're an abortion provider, how can you all of a sudden, when you had 3-foot hallways, suddenly have to rebuild everything? You don't have the money to make 8-foot hallways so 2 gurneys can safely pass each other, and you're not a hospital, but you have to suddenly have 8-foot, hallways, and suddenly your doctors have to have admitting privileges at a hospital. And just look at the states that have like one abortion clinic in the whole state. You'd think Kansas City and St. Louis, billions of dollars get poured into people, the World Series champions, and they've got one abortion clinic in the whole state. To have to go into Kansas. It's ask every woman you know that's ever had an abortion how she feels about her choice and how much she dialogues with that kid that never made it into the world, and all the beautiful prayers she puts out for that being, because every moment is sacred, every being is sacred, everyone ever is sacred, and don't think you know what somebody's heart has experienced with anybody else. So we all fail in that respect every day. Because the people that were scared enough to vote for Trump, if we don't see them as friends also, if you want, it's just to admonish someone. Even if you got locked in an elevator with Trump, it would be too easy to say all the millions of reasons that legitimately you can hate him for. But if you want him to, whatever was put into his head so that he could be brought up, on charges of, violating the 1968 Fair Housing Act in 1973, that's what his father taught him. It's just the coolest thing you can do is keep putting your name on the side of everything, And how many times have you met people that used to write their name on the side of everything, and then suddenly they realize they could be painting something different every time, with meditations on everyone else who's living in the world. Because it's not just us who's living in the world. I was just seeing the movie Dragon of the wife of Bruce Lee, who was based from her book, and how her mother ends up. It took until Bruce Lee's first child was born that the grandmother wanted to see the kid, and and his point was that Brandon, who also only lived to be way too young. So it was the baby that brought the folks together, because the grandmother thought she was protecting, her daughter. She's like, how are people going to look at you? How are they going to look at this baby? And look at the miracles that have happened in your lifetime. If that suddenly, people can look at somebody of any color, of any size, of any species, of any, something that you were taught to like, oh no, go put that in a zoo. That's the only way you can legitimately be okay about killing someone or treating someone horribly, as if they're not human. And even in this week's New Yorker is a crazy article about, I didn't realize how much, I'm vegan and I'm against almost all zoos, but I didn't realize how common a practice is of killing off healthy animals in zoos because they're born in captivity and they wouldn't be able to flourish in the wild. And, it started out in this, I think it was this zoo, they killed this giraffe in Copenhagen Zoo. Anyway, I've been talking so long. I want to go back. I'm going to turn this off and I'm just going to go back to singing like 1 minute songs. But your breath, it sits and sings when you're not ready. Your breath, it lets us know everyone is really the love that we were hoping to come across every day is sitting in every enemy. The love that we were hoping to hand out to our best friend, that's who's needed for. Every enemy could use our love now. Every enemy can use our love now. Every enemy can use our love. Let's break it out. Let's sit down inside the breath, the love of every being ever. Let's sit inside the breath of every being ever. Come on, come on, come on. Sit down inside the breath of every being. Sit down inside the breath of every being. Let's sit down inside the breath of every being. Let's find ways to love by sitting inside the breath of every being ever. That's who we are. We all are every being ever. Let's find the humanness in every seemingly non-human. Let's find the humanness in them. And the more indigenous friends we make, we'll see there's no such thing as inanimate. Every inanimate is made from something natural and singing. So if you're living in a city and you don't get to plant plants, but that building that's letting you lean on it, it's letting your glands sing. It's glancing at you with hearts ringing. It's letting you know your love is sitting in everyone else too. Your love is always ringing inside of everybody else too.